Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave, Wonder Man. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are checking out this Marvel Legends Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave, Wonder Man. Now this wave isn't out yet, but it is expected any time now, and a few of the figures have started to pop up across the globe. Now this one was found on Amazon Germany. It is as simple as that. Shout out the super producer who pointed me in the right direction, but I thought let's get this and do an early look before the rest of the wave hit. Okay, so Amazon Germany, start looking through those European countries and you may find some more in stock. But here we have Wonder Man in that red safari jacket. Marvel's Wonder Man up top, Avengers logo there, the plastic-free boring packaging. We do get a picture of Wonder Man from the comics on the side. On the back of the box, no write-up about the character, but you do get the Build-A-Figure pieces included, as well as the accessories included with Wonder Man. Not a lot, but it does come with a set of interchangeable hands. And then on the side of the box, you see the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave and all of the figures you need to build Puff Adder. Today we're looking at Wonder Man, of course. So yeah, without further ado, people, let's get him open. Here we have Wonder Man out of the packaging with all of his accessories on the table. First, he comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces you need for the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure. We have a big green arm and then an interchangeable green hand. Now, of course, I will build and review him when we have all of the figures in this wave. Not quite yet, though, so I'm going to move these to the side, but subscribe and come back for that. Now, Wonder Man himself comes with a set of interchangeable hands and then the two tiny blast effects that actually go into his bout, and I will show you that shortly. But moving them out of the way and just giving you my first impressions on Wonder Man, I really like it. I think this is a solid representation of that late 70s Wonder Man where he's wearing this red safari jacket and he actually ends up in multiple teams in this look. So he will fit in different spots amongst the collection, amongst different characters. And I think they've done a good job putting it in plastic here. Completely pinless Marvel Legend. He's got the gold bands that match the bout. You've got the turtleneck as well. I really like the cheesy grin he's got there with the red glasses. And you can even see his red glowing eyes under the translucent glasses as well, which is a nice touch. I am curious on the type of range we're going to get on him because there's no ab crunch, it just seems to be a ball joint, so we will check all of that out. But yeah, you can even see the W's on the pocket. But overall, I think this is really good. A solid representation in plastic of that version of Wonder Man. But you may be thinking, Dan, why is Wonder Man wearing this red smoker jacket? Well, let me try my best to give some clarity on that. Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, has had many different costumes over the years, some more iconic than others, but one that doesn't look like your typical superhero is his red safari jacket and turtleneck. That debuted in Avengers 167 in 1977, as a few issues earlier, his old costume was destroyed in battle. Designed by George Perez, this would remain Wonder Man's look for several years, from Avengers to Hawkeye's West-Coast Avengers. He goes on to change his costume many more times, but has returned to this safari jacket for a stint during Mighty Avengers in 2007. Zooming in to take a closer look at Wonder Man, starting off with his head sculpt, which I've already said I really like. I like the facial expression. I like you can see his little grin there with the teeth on show. Using the digital face printing tech as well makes such a difference, as it just gives the figure a little bit more life. He's got the red translucent glasses which are glued to either side of the ear, it seems, but you can still see his glowing red pupils behind the glasses, which I really like. I have tried to lift the glasses up, but as I said, they're glued and I don't want to risk breaking it, which I'm absolutely fine with, as it avoids me losing them or the glasses looking sloppy on the face. The hair is a new sculpt, it seems, as well, with the jet black hairstyle, which I really like. And just all in all, very nice head sculpt for Simon Williams here. You can get nice range going up and bury the chin as it is on a dumbbell joint, and that allows you to get a little bit of tilt as well, which helps with posing. But if we compare this to his old Wonder Man head sculpt, you can see that one is a little bit outdated now, as it isn't on the digital face printing tech. He's still got the glowing red eyes and he's got more of a straight cut black military hairstyle. But I will try this new head sculpt on that old body very shortly. Continuing to look at Wonder Man, you can see the blue turtleneck underneath the red safari jacket, which does seem to be like an overlay on top of a Marvel Legends body. The jacket itself has that silver zip going all the way down the middle, and then it separates down here on this bottom part of the jacket, and that's attached to the belt. So the bottom part of the jacket and the belt is all one piece. The breakdown here does allow for the legs to go further up and articulate further, so I like that. The jacket itself very subtly hides some W logos in the pockets. Can you see that? For Wonder Man or Simon Williams in all 4 of the pockets. So I like how that's done. The arm jackets are Red Skull, so we've seen these before. Double jointed and pinless. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see the shoulders will go all the way up to 90, bicep swivel, and then, as I said, double jointed, very nicely done. Both of the hands have that sort of gold gauntlet piece on the wrist as well, which they are separate pieces that will come off if you take the hands off. Fisted hands have the up and down hinge. The legs, as I said, have the thigh cut just underneath the jacket there, very nicely done. Double jointed, pinless knees, look at that, all day long. Very nicely hide the boot cut as well in the design, and ankle pivot and rocker. But the question we are all asking, what about that damn waist articulation, Dan? Is that a ball joint? Well, unfortunately, it is not. It is not a ball joint. We just get the swivel there, and then it does seem like this is a red jacket overlay on top of maybe an ab crunch, but I don't want to force it, but I just can't really get any ab crunch at all forward and back. So they have definitely sort of sacrificed the articulation on the waist area to sort of have a more aesthetically pleasing jacket, which is the main event for this style of Wonder Man. So that will disappoint some people, as it seems like there could have been a ball joint there to allow for some tilt and some forward and back, but yeah, not really any forward and back at all, just a little bit of wiggle. Maybe there's an ab crunch underneath that jacket, I just can't tell. But yeah, that is unfortunately disappointing, but I understand how they've sacrificed the articulation for the sleeker looking jacket. Moving on to accessories, as I've already said, he comes with 2 fisted hands straight out of the box, which are perfect for sort of neutral or fighting poses. Then we get a set of open palm grabby hands, a little bit more expressive for posing up your Wonder Man. But if you take a close look at Wonder Man, especially his bout, and then go backwards, can you see that little hole? That tiny little hole. I wonder what that's for. There's another one on this side as well. Well, they are for his last accessory. Those 2 tiny blast effects plug into the holes in his belt to give Wonder Man a little bit of assistance in flying, and they do plug in there nice and snug. They're not going to fall out, and as you can see, you can get Wonder Man all posed up now with a little bit of flight assistance. So yeah, those blast effects plug into his belt, and that's your Wonder Man. Moving into comparisons, first up, here we have Wonder Man compared to Wonder Man. Now, I always forget to get the tape measure out, so I don't want to get those people mad. So there we have the tape measure, and you can see the new Wonder Man is just under 6.5 inches tall. Now, obviously, these aren't the only 2 Marvel Legend Wonder Man figures. We have had many more, but these 2 are from the sort of modern Hasbro era, and the ones that I've got in my collection. And as I explained earlier, Wonder Man's been part of so many different teams and had so many different costumes. As long as you spread these out on a display, you can definitely find room for both of them. Now, the red sort of smoker jacket, that safari jacket, isn't my mind's eye of Wonder Man by any means, but I do really like the figure, and I think it does a great job of representing that era of Wonder Man. We just need an upgraded version of this sort of more modernized outfit now, but overall, very nice. Let's try that head swap I promised you. There you go. Would you look at that? I actually think it works. Now, the head does pop onto the peg. It's a little bit loose, but it definitely works. Now, he has wore the glasses in this sort of outfit. There are different variations of this particular outfit, but I think that works if you wanted like a better head sculpt on this Wonder Man and you prefer the glasses look. So yeah, there you go. That's how that looks. I don't dislike it. And then here we have the old head on this body, and again, it sort of works. I know it don't have the digital face printing tech, different hairstyle, but it sort of works. Not the exact hairstyle, but there you go. Just wanted to show you our options. As you know, I always appreciate that. And there you go. Not bad. Here we have our first Avengers comparison, and his very best friend, Mr. Hank McCoy, aka Beast, and Iron Man Tony Stark. Now, he first wore this jacket when he went into space with the Avengers to fight the original Guardians, nevertheless. Also on that team was Captain America and Thor. Now, I'm not going to get every team out in its entirety, but there was also Vision and Scarlet Witch. I've just put my figures back on the shelf, so I don't want to demolish them already. It's only February. He also wore this safari jacket when he first joined up with Hawkeye's West-Coast Avengers. So here we have two of them, of course Hawkeye, and then a little love interest of his, Tigra. Now we do have the figures to complete this team, but we are missing like a classic looking Mockingbird in figure form. So once we have her, we can complete that core West Coast Avengers team. Not quite yet. For more of a modern comparison, he also wore this jacket while he was part of the mighty Avengers led by Miss Marvel, also accompanied by Sentry in the early 2000s. And of course, here we have Frogman and White Rabbit. And last but not least, here we have Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. Final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Puff Adder Build-A-Figure Wave Wonder Man. And to be fair, my final thoughts pretty much line up with my first thoughts. This is a great figure, undoubtedly a solid representation of the era of Wonder Man they are trying to capture in plastic, in figure form. The whole point of this outfit is he wasn't meant to look like a superhero, but he definitely made it work over time as he has popped up within different teams and in different eras, and it just looks good. And I think the figure captures that really well. Very happy with it. I'm always curious where you're going to put him in your display though. So I'm going to try and build up my West Coast Avengers, even though we still need a classic Mockingbird. But you let me know in the comments below, what team are you going to put this version of Wonder Man with? Always curious. The only frustrating thing about the figure is unfortunately the lack of ab articulation. If you'll want to pose up or take pictures, that will unfortunately be frustrating. But I do appreciate the more aesthetic approach here. It's completely pinless and it does look great on a shelf, undoubtedly. But I'm always curious to hear your thoughts. No wrong or right answers here. You can love it or hate it. Let me know in the comments below. But I'm pleasantly surprised. I like this one. So as always, if you like Marvel Legends, you're in the right place, all right? Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Hit all on the notification bell. Don't miss out on a video. And please hit that join button. Become a channel member if you show some love, or join the members club. Much, much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at itsdanwho. And I'm on Twitter as well. You can tweet me, don't be shy, at danwhoreviews. All the links are in the description. Don't be lazy, go and click something. And as always, I will see you on the next one.